Hello and welcome to Modern Toy Fair Reviews. Today I am taking a look at the Gundam Universe Tallgeese. To make sure that you don't miss out on weekly reviews and toy news, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below if you're a fan of the Bandai Spirits Gundam Universe line. But that's enough chitter chatter, so let's go ahead and get at her. Alright, let's start with how the figure turned out. So you've got the head here, you've got the visor and the little like mouth lines that they always put in there. Got like the mohawk going across the top, along with the little textured yellow going around the sides. You've got what I believe were supposed to be the spots for like the machine guns. You've got the escape hatch in the front here, and then you've got some other details on the chest. Over on the shoulders, you've got a little bit of sculpting, a little bit of textures, but nothing crazy. The cannon, they did a great job. It definitely looks the way it should. It's not too crazy. The shield on the other side looks great with that bright yellow eagle. And then if you go further down, you've got around the waist all of these kind of different flaps on the sides and front have some great details sculpted into them. And then the legs continue all the way with more of that kind of techie plated look. And same thing with the feet. The feet do have some black in there to break it up, which is nice. That is one thing I wish they'd do, is I wish the lines would either have like a wash to them or something, just to kind of break it up a little bit. And then the back, you do have the jets that do move out of the way here. And you've got some more line work in there, and then even on the plates on the back, those at least have some black to break it up. A little better look there at the sides, and then back down the legs. So nothing too crazy. Overall, it's a lot of white. Luckily, there's some black in there to break it up, but it's definitely not like super standout-ish. The hands, as always, look great. We've got the fingers each individually sculpted on there, and even like the work on the arms looks good. So great figure. Just wish it had a little more to break it up. All right, for articulation, start with the head. It does twist all the way around. You don't get much for up and down. You get a little bit, but then decent amount of tilt. The shoulder pads do have multiple joints in them, so you can push them upward to kind of get them out of the way. And they can kind of rotate around the ball on the shoulder. And then also the parts holding the shield and the gun move. So you've got some little rotation there to kind of shift it around. And same here, and then that is on a ball, so it does swivel a little bit. Nothing too crazy though, or a pop off. You do have the hilts to his swords stashed away, and they do come out, which is cool. But they include the blades, so it's kind of pointless. But I guess you get what you pay for. Arms come out a little bit below 90 degrees. And then you do get full rotation forward and back, along with a little bit of a hinge there to rotate it. Do get some bicep swivel. Double joint elbows go to about there. And then wrist peg swivels all the way around and goes a little bit forward and backwards. Nothing crazy. The abdomen does twist a little bit. Like it has some clicking. It goes kind of just back and forth into two positions. And then it does kind of have a little bit of movement, but it's definitely nothing crazy. The pads going around the waist all have separate hinges in them to make it so you can move them out of the way. Even like the flaps here in the front move up and even like rotate a little bit. Let me see if I can get this up. There we go. And even, like I said, they rotate. That way they don't hinder when you're trying to pose them with their legs moved in different directions. Speaking of legs, it does go out a little bit under 90. Forward goes all the way out. Backward is hindered because out of all the flaps, the back flap, while it's a little bit rubbery, does not move. So it just kind of stops it in its tracks. Oh, and as you can see, the pieces can just pop off, but you do have some rotation and also double joint knees. And then the ankles do pivot forward and backwards, and then you get quite a bit of side-to-side tilt, which makes it nice when you're posing them. And I pop this back on. Get that out of the way. There we go. Easy peasy. And then you have the thrusters on the back, which do rotate up and down and kind of go side to side a little bit, and then you have the wings that come out of them. So nothing too crazy there. Definitely quite a bit you can get, considering it's a $20 Gundam figure. Accessory-wise, nothing crazy. You get a trigger finger hand, which, I mean, it's nicely sculpted, and it's used to hold the cannon. And then you get this piece that hooks up into the crotch of the Gundams, so that way you can use them on different stands without having to have an arm. So, as usual, you don't get a whole lot with this line, but the figures are pretty nice. Okay, size comparison time. So here he is with some other figures from the Gundam Universe wave. We've got the Wing Gundam here, as you can see. He does scale pretty well with that. But then you've got the Burning Gundam, and he's a little thicker, a little bigger than either of the other two from the set. Even just his head, you can notice, is out of scale with the others. So I'm not sure if that is intentional or because they're in different series or what. But we can move these out of the way here. And then here he is with the NECA King Kong and Marvel Legends Dr. Doom, just so you can get a size idea. So with the NECA Kaijus, he does not scale at all. They are massive compared to him. He is almost as tall as Marvel Legends, but he's a little bit shorter. And last up is box art. So you do have, they got a little code for the game in there. You got Gundam Universe at the top, Gundam Wing logo at the top as well. Got a picture of the Gundam there with the Tallgeese and the model number and everything. We've got Tamashii Nations Bandai down at the bottom. Spin around the side, just says Tallgeese. And then around the back, you do have more pictures of the figure and of the Gundam. And then even got a picture of Burning Gundam, and there's another figure in the line, along with all the cautions and stuff. And then the figure on the side here. And then on the bottom, just another picture of Tallgeese. And then the top just has the little window opening. So pretty nice overall. Okay, so overall, I love this line. For the amount of detail and articulation you get for that price point around the $20 to $25 range. It's really a great alternative for Gundam fans who either can't get into the model kits because they don't have the time or the patience for it, or can't justify the cost of some of the import figures that are a little nicer. I will say my biggest gripe is the fact that they don't come with swords. It makes no sense because that's like a huge thing for Gundams, is the giant lightsaber swords, and for whatever reason they dropped the ball on that. But beyond that, it's a fantastic line and they're killing it. But that is going to wrap it up for this week's video. Please make sure to let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts and feelings are about this figure. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out here on the channel. Make sure to check us out Fridays with me, Jamar, and or Nate. Always go over the weekly news. And if you like the figure photography that you see here at the end of the video, make sure to check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Modern Toy Fair. So hopefully we'll see you next week, same toy time, same toy fair channel. Thank you for watching.